I happen to think history is valuable. History is a lot more than just names and dates spewed out by some old gray-haired history teacher. History, in my book, is all about connections. Connections that give us a better understanding of our national and our personal identities. A connection that gives us a better understanding of the world we live in. A connection that tells us how we got from yesteryear to here. That connection can be better defined, perhaps, by asking, do you have kids? Do you have parents? Do you have grandparents? Got connections to them? That connection is what history is really all about. Past history and history in the making. Now, one of the cool things about history is that mom and dad can pass along all their experience to their children and hope like hell they learn something. Yet, like those few kids who don't learn from their parents, there's a lot of people who just don't learn from history. And it gets a bit more disturbing than that, because there are people out there who simply want to change history because their particular history makes them look bad. Because they just don't understand that righting a wrong done by their great-grandpappy makes them look good. They simply don't want my kids learning from their history teacher, no matter how old she is, that their great-grandpappies caused a lot of suffering and tribulation, because it makes them look bad. What the heck? Let's look at an example. Denying GI benefits after World War II to black Americans was a bad thing, a horrible way to treat Americans that fought in the Great War for their country. It should be remembered and it should be taught in our schools. But some people out there just don't want our kids learning anything like that. Maybe because they're embarrassed, maybe because it makes them feel bad, or perhaps they're a bit ashamed. I understand that. Why, I just can't imagine any other reason we wouldn't teach such things in school to our kids. You know, I really love history. I don't care if it's prehistoric history, World War II history, Civil War history, European history. Doesn't matter. I love it. And I well understand that there are times that we get history wrong. History is misinterpreted. I get that. But it really bothers me when there's a agenda attached to history. I mean, and I'm not talking Democrats or Republicans, just anybody that wants history taught on their own terms. That's not history. And history is not something to be ashamed of or embarrassed by. It's what we learn from. It's how we move ahead. I'll leave it at that. Peace out. Love ya. Yeah, and this is a new shot glass. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, and I'm off and running to the next video. Out of here.